Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Melee. I'm your host, Payson the Cinemaster Johnson, and we have an exciting match here in Act 4 as we move forward towards the title picture. Jeremy Big Business Potters is taking on his teammate, Dylan Vicious Vanthuyne. Civil War, these two people retired me in teams. I am no longer playing teams because they kicked our ass in a metaphorical way. We may have won the match, but hey, we're gone. They're still here. Good on them. Let's bring them in. Starting with our first opponent today, Dylan, coming off your win against Jordan Owens. How are you feeling going in against Jeremy Potters?
Yeah, it should be a good time. I mean, yeah, I don't even need to say how I feel about Jeremy. I feel like everyone watching this knows. I absolutely cannot stand the guy, or he's a real son of a bitch. No, I'm just kidding. No, Jeremy's great, obviously. A teammate, should be a fun match. Yeah, I don't have much else to add. Just should be a good one. Good luck to Jeremy. I don't have as much interesting to say this time. I'm sorry.
You're good. But we're going to bring in Jeremy. Jeremy, you're coming off some wins right now in Movie Melee. Last time I believe we saw you got the win against Joe Fairley, if that's not correct. You're playing your teammate tonight. Must have some mixed emotions, but I know you two both want to win. Talking to you, how are you feeling coming in tonight?
I feel okay. I mean, it's good to know how Dylan really feels. I appreciate honesty in a relationship, but he's not giving himself enough credit. You know, he's vicious for a reason. I mean, the kid's so salty, his body can't handle sugar. You know what I mean? Like, it's wild. It's wild. But no, it's going to be fun. I mean, either one of us wins. Whoever it is one step closer to a title shot. And it's fine. So let's hope for a good run of questions and a good game.
I would explain the joke Jeremy just made, but that might violate some HIPAA, so I don't want to do that without Dylan's permission. But round one is going to... Okay, that was a diabetes joke. Round one is going to work like this.
Indeed.
Competitors will receive 8 questions from 8 general categories, each worth 1 point apiece. Get all 8 questions right, they will receive a bonus question. Competitors will have 15 seconds to write their answer on their board once they hear the question. Afterwards, I will say pens down, and they will reveal their answers throughout the duration of the match. Competitors get 3 repeats and 1 challenge. Competitors, any questions before we head into the match?
Nope. Good luck, Jeremy.
You too, bud.
Sounds good. Just going to do this to make it easier on my board. Your first question will be coming to you in the category of 2000s. Who stars as the titular character in Michael Clayton? Nice, easy way to start. Who stars as the titular character? We've had quite the great Michaels in this community. Specifically MCs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Shout out to Michael Campbell. Dylan, we'll go to you.
I think I made Jeremy watch this. George Clooney.
We'll go to Jeremy.
Yeah, it has Sidney Pollack, but it's George Clooney. Sidney Pollack.
Correct. Both competitors on the board as we head into your second question in the category of Oscars. Name 2 of the 4 Oscars Back to the Future was nominated for. Going to give you a little bit of extra time. Maybe the greatest blockbuster ever made. Such a fun movie. I believe the movie's working title was Spaceman from Pluto. One of the producers wanted to name that, and Steven Spielberg looked at it and said, haha, that's a funny joke. There's some Hollywood history for you. I'm going to start giving you the count in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jeremy, we're going to go to you.
Said visual effects and original screenplay.
We're going to go to Dylan.
Said original screenplay and original song.
The acceptable answers were original screenplay, original song, best sound, and best sound effects editing. So only Dylan will be getting those points, but unfortunately was not nominated for visual effects. Okay. As we head into your third question in the category of coming of age / teen. The Last Picture Show is set in what U.S. state? Very good movie. Once again, like Back to the Future. I can tell you one thing about this movie. Has a badass fucking pool hall in it. I can tell you that. No alcohol served at all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Know your multiplex history, everyone. Dylan, we'll go to you.
I think it's Texas.
And we'll go to Jeremy.
Texas.
It's Texas. Yeah, Texas is
All right,
correct.
cool.
We head into your fourth question in the category of classics. What is Walter Neff's specific profession in Double Indemnity?
When you say, never mind. Just forget it.
Okay, sounds good. I would say, I know I make a lot of jokes about the pool hall stuff. That challenge went completely correct. It's just funny how, like, yeah, behind the scenes stuff. And I just realized I skipped a question. I'm dumb. We'll do that one next. 5, 4, 3, 2.
You should skip this one.
Hands down. Jeremy, we're going to go to you.
I don't fucking know. Secret agent.
And we're going to go to Dylan.
Insurance salesman?
Insurance salesman.
Oh, shit. I thought that, and I was like, nah.
Billy Wilder loves his insurance.
As we move on to the fifth question, fourth in the dock, as we head into directors. Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench was the directorial debut of whom? I don't want to give any hints, but with a title like Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench, there are a few names I could eliminate. Again, anything else would probably be giving it away. This is what happens when you just get home from traffic. I guess 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We would have gone to Dylan, so I'm just going to keep the pattern. Dylan, we'll go to you.
Yeah, I wanted to say Guy Hamilton, but I put Damien Chazelle.
And we will go to Jeremy.
And I said Hal Ashby.
Damien Chazelle is correct. Goes up again as we move on to your sixth question in the category of scores and soundtracks. In which recent release does a character perform the song Man Eater on a piano in a restaurant? See some confusing faces. I've never eaten a man, but tonight I'm going to eat some mac and cheese. Eat food, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jeremy, will go to you.
An American Fiction.
We'll go to Dylan.
Challengers?
Both incorrect. We were looking for No Hard Feelings.
Oh, okay.
As we head into your penultimate question in the category of the 1990s. In Starship Troopers, why was Rico demoted and physically punished before temporarily quitting? Solo hosting is hard, guys. Sometimes you read a question, you just trip over easy words. I've heard I would really love this movie. I need to watch it. Not as well versed on this director as I would like. This is it has some big. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dylan, will go to you.
Not sure. I said cowardice.
We will go to Jeremy.
They said he disobeyed orders.
I'm going to say both are incorrect. The answer I have is he killed a squad member.
Well, I'm definitely wrong then. So, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So no challenges. So we're going to go to your final question. As long as there's no challenge, your final question in the category of romantic comedies. Nicolas Cage, Olympia Dukakis, and Danny Aiello provide supporting performances in which 80s rom-com? Just a plethora of fun names to say. Dukakis, Aiello. Even the first one's pretty good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jeremy, will go to you.
I said Moonstruck.
And we'll go to Dylan.
Yeah, I don't know. I said Moonstruck.
Now, I don't know. Moonstruck is correct. Both players get that point. And after round one, I have Dylan in the lead 6-3. But anything can happen as we move into round number 2, also known as the wheel round. Competitors will spin at the wheel, in which case they will receive 5 questions in whatever category they land on, each worth 2 points apiece. They decide to check down the multiple choice. The questions devalue down to 1 point. If competitors don't like what they spin on their first time, they are elected to respin, but be on the lookout because stealing is available in this round. I should say, once you do respin, you must keep whatever you land on. The categories on your wheel tonight are 1990 sports comedies, which are Jeremy's strength, directed by Jim Jarmusch, which is Dylan's strength, as well as the general categories of 2010s, sci-fi fantasy, comic book movies, directors, war, and drama. Dylan, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or second for round 2?
I will defer.
All right, in which case, Jeremy, this is going to be your first spin. You land on the category of directors. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I gotta go for the gusto. Let's spin it again.
All right, then you must keep whatever you land on here. And you land on the category of directed by Jim Jarmusch. I will be giving you your question category of directed by Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah, let's go.
Your first question. What is the name of the town that The Dead Don't Die primarily takes place in?
I just watched it. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Knox, B, Centerville, C, Warren, or D, Preston City?
C.
That is incorrect. Dylan, a chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Knox, B, Centerville, C, Warren, or D, Preston City?
Centerville.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. Your second question in the category of directed by Jim Jarmusch. Who stars as Don Johnston in Broken Flowers?
Bill Murray.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What is the name of the mob boss who orders Ghost Dog's death in Ghost Dog: Way of the Samurai?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Sonny, B, Vargo, C, Lenny, or D, Hagakure?
Can I have a repeat of the options, please?
Absolutely. Repeat the options. Is it A, Sonny, B, Vargo, C, Lenny, or D, Hagakure?
Say A.
That is incorrect. Dylan, a chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Sonny, B, Vargo, C, Lenny, or D, Hagakure?
Vargo.
And that is correct for the 1-point steal. All right, Jeremy, your penultimate question in the category directed by Jim Jarmusch. What is William Blake's profession in Dead Man?
He's an accountant.
That is correct for 2 points.
Good job.
Thanks.
And your final question in the category directed by Jim Jarmusch. The music of what musician connects the stories in Mystery Train?
Oh, shit. Is it?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
That is your first repeat. The music of what musician connects the stories in Mystery Train?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Elvis Presley, C, Bob Dylan, or D, Marvin Gaye?
Bob Dylan.
That is incorrect. Dylan, a chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Michael Jackson, B, Elvis Presley, C, Bob Dylan, or D, Marvin Gaye?
Elvis Presley.
And that is correct for the 1-point steal. So after that, I have Jeremy getting a score up to 7, but Dylan able to get some steals, getting a score up to 9 as we bring the wheel back for Dylan's first spin. And Dylan, your spin is in.
We can't see the wheel.
Oh, geez.
I trust you, though.
Oh, well, you know what? Really happy that it didn't matter because it landed on directed by Jim Jarmusch.
Oh, thank
This
God.
is your first spin. Yeah. You land on the category of war. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'll spin again.
All right, then you must keep whatever you land on here. You land on the category of 1990 sports comedies. Your first question in the category of 1990 sports comedies. In Kingpin, Roy Munson is from what state?
Oh. I was just complaining before this match about how much I did not like this movie. And I don't remember this part of it, unfortunately, so I'm going to go multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Minnesota, B, Wisconsin, C, South Dakota, or D, Iowa?
Sorry, can I get a repeat of those options?
Absolutely. Is it A, Minnesota, B, Wisconsin, C, South Dakota, or D, Iowa?
Wisconsin?
That is incorrect, Jeremy. A chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Minnesota, B, Wisconsin, C, South Dakota, or D, Iowa?
Iowa?
That is correct for a 1-point steal.
Nice.
Your second question in the category of 1990 sports comedies. In Jerry Maguire, Rod appears to have a serious injury on Monday Night Football while playing with what team?
Now, when you say playing with what team, do you mean like what team he's playing against or what team he's playing for?
While playing what? I'm going to give you a free repeat. That I'm so sorry. In Jerry Maguire, Rod appears to have a serious injury on Monday Night Football while playing what team?
Okay, then I will go to multiple choice.
Okay. Is it A, the Los Angeles Rams, B, the New York Giants, C, the Dallas Cowboys, or D, the Green Bay Packers?
The Dallas Cowboys?
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
I apologize about that.
That's all right.
Your third question. After being disqualified for cheating, what job does Irving Blitzer have before returning to coach in Cool Runnings?
Okay, I'm worried about the specifics, so I'll go to multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, bookie, B, cab driver, C, talent scout, or D, announcer?
Wait. Repeat the options again, please.
Absolutely. That is your second repeat of the options. Is it A, bookie, B, cab driver, C, talent scout, or D, announcer?
Talent scout.
That is incorrect, Jeremy. A chance for a 1 point steal. Is it A, bookie, B, cab driver, C, talent scout, or D, announcer?
It's one or the other. I'll say bookie.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
Didn't he also own a bar in the movie? Like, that's why I was confused at first. Is that, I know I didn't say it because I went to multiple choice, but would that be like...
Would you like to challenge?
I guess that's why I was confused. I'll challenge that he also... I was thinking of... I'll challenge that there are multiple answers to the question, and that I was... Yeah.
All right. We'll be right back after this challenge.
Is that a challenge?
All right, back from that challenge. Did some looking up. It doesn't look like that Irving Blitzer actually works at a bar or runs the bar, so Dylan will be losing his challenge. Jeremy will be keeping that point. It is currently 10-9 in Dylan's favor. All right, your penultimate question. What is the nickname of Matt Stone's character, Doug Remmer, in basketball?
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options. Is it A, Coop, B, Sir Swish, C, Airmen, or D, Squeak?
Sir Swish?
That is correct for 1 point.
It's one or the other.
Good job, man.
And your final question in the category of 1990 sports comedies. In The Cutting Edge, Doug gets an injury which affects what part of him and causes him to retire?
I have 3 repeats, right?
Yeah. 5, 4,
Repeat
3.
the question, please.
That is your first repeat. In The Cutting Edge, Doug gets an injury which affects what part of him and causes him to retire?
Multiple choice.
Are your multiple choice options? Is it A, his elbow, B, his vision, C, his shoulder, or D, his neck?
His vision.
And that is correct for 1 point. All right, so Dylan making his way through that category, getting a score of 212, but Jeremy able to get some steals, getting a score of 2-9. But anything can happen as we move to round number 3, also known as the Pick Your Poison round. Before the match, competitors went back and forth drafting categories that would show up in round 3, and now they will go back and forth once again to decide what categories they will be picking to answer questions from. The categories that the competitors drafted were 1970s, 1990s, directors, action-adventure, 2010s, comic book movies, horror, and sci-fi fantasy. The competitors will choose their categories right now. All right, your competitors have chosen their categories. Jeremy, you are behind, so we will be going to you. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
I'll take 70s.
All right, your 1-pointer in the category of 1970s. What government agency does Joe Turner work for in 3 Days of the Condor?
CIA.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, but you are still behind, so we are going to stick with you. What would you like for your 2-pointer?
Horror.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of horror. How are Sam and Tara related in 2022's Scream?
Sisters.
That is correct for 2 points, and we have a tie game. All right, so Dylan, we are going to move over to you because you do have more questions left. What would you like for your 1-pointer?
I'll take comic book movies, please.
Your 1-pointer in the
Oh,
category.
it hurts. At 1? Oh.
Your 1 pointer. Pat Hingle plays what character in the Tim Burton Batman films?
Commissioner Gordon.
And that is correct for 1 point. So we are going to go back to Jeremy. Jeremy, what would you like for your 3-pointer?
Action adventure.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of action adventure. In Independence Day Resurgence, the first military base that the aliens destroy is located where? Five.
The moon.
And that is correct for 3 big points.
Well done. Well done.
I don't know where that came from.
So we're going to move on to Dylan for his 2-pointer. Dylan, what would you like to take for your 2-pointer?
I'll take 1990s.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of 1990s. Who appears in True Lies, Junior, and Jingle All the Way?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And that is correct for 2 points, and we have a tie game.
Oh,
But because Dylan
trouble,
got
man.
the answer, we are going to stick with you. Dylan, what would you like for your 3-pointer?
All right. I'll go 2010s.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of 2010s. Percy's mother was killed by what mythical creature in Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Lightning Thief? Five, four.
Medusa.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Minotaur. Or the Minotaur. So we have a tie game, so we are going to be going back to Jeremy. Jeremy, you must hit your 4-pointer in the category of sci-fi fantasy to take the lead. Jeremy, your 4-pointer in the category of sci-fi fantasy. Time After Time is set in which U.S. city?
Yeah.
Five, four, three.
Repeat the question.
That is your second repeat. Time After Time is set in which U.S. city? Five, four.
St. Louis.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for San Francisco.
Said San Francisco.
So that does mean it all comes down to this. Dylan must hit his 4-point, or Dylan is going to attempt to answer his 4-pointer in the category of directors. If he hits it, he wins the game. If he misses, we're going to sudden death. Dylan, your 4-pointer in the category of directors. What 2010's animated film was the final film of Isao Takahata?
Oh my god. I know the film. I'm worried about the
5.
words in it. The Tale of Princess Kaguya. Final answer.
And we are going to sudden death. The answer was
The Tale of the Princess Kaguya.
Princess Kaguya.
Fuck.
That's heartbreaking, but we are going to go on to sudden death. All right, sudden death is going to work like this. We are going to go back and forth. Competitors are going to go back and forth answering questions on their whiteboard until one of them gets a lead. If they both hit, we move on. If they both miss, we move on. If one of them hits, one of them loses, they win the game. Your first question, and there are no categories. Okay. American Psycho, 2013's Evil Dead, and 1983's Scarface all feature characters being killed with what item? This is intense. It's tough bantering at all while you're solo hosting. Don't even know how I'm going to do it in sudden death. 5, 4.
Repeat the question, please.
That is your final repeat, Jeremy. American Psycho, 2013's Evil Dead, and 1983's Scarface all feature characters being killed with what item? I should say, if this is your first sudden death, repeats do not reset. So Dylan has 2. That was Jeremy's last repeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Dylan, will go to you.
Fingers crossed. Please don't be axe. I said chainsaw.
We will go to Jeremy.
Chainsaw?
Okay.
Chainsaw is correct. Move on to your next question. Who plays Dr. Wygand in The Insider? Answer repeat in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jeremy will go to you.
I said Richard Schiff.
And we will go to Dylan.
Said Russell Crowe.
And your winner, Dylan Vicious Vanthuyne Russell Crowe, is correct. I can see the panic in Dylan's eyes. It was one or the other. We're gonna be going to post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second place finisher. Jeremy, you said backstage while we were writing them, you didn't know whether this was your third or fourth time in sudden death. And you tend to usually be pretty lucky in sudden death. Just this time, just didn't go your way. Unfortunately, got your opponent straight in round number 2. Just couldn't quite navigate through it. But you still pulled out an impressive match. How are you playing? How are you feeling after tonight?
That was nerve-wracking. I wish I had another repeat because I was like, it dawned on me right at the end, but I just didn't have enough time to change it to Russell Crowe. And I had Axe and had to change it, so I needed the other one. So, but no, this is a great match. We both got each other's strengths. We both went through it about as good as we could. Congrats. Great game. Like, that was fun. That's exciting.
All right, but this does put an end to your run right now. I believe you might be coming back later in the year. If you do come back, or when you do play next, who would you like to see in the arena?
I don't think I haven't played John Marr here. I think that would be fun. He'd give me a bunch of movies that would fuck me up, but I think that'd be a good match. I think it'd be fun.
You versus John Marr would be quite the fun match. Jeremy, you're one of my favorite people in this community, one of my favorite people to see play. It's always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for showing up. We are going to be moving on to an interview with your winner tonight, Dylan. The second I read that director's question and saw you nodding, and then the second I saw the panic in your face, I was like, I know what you're thinking. Sudden death is never a fun place to be, but you shook off those nerves. You got that victory. Once again, you were also navigating your opponent's strength, and you played a great game. How are you feeling after tonight?
Yeah, I feel good. Massive shout out to Jeremy. Obviously, everything I said in the pre-match interviews, that was all joking around. I love Jeremy. He's awesome. He's my teammate for a reason. He pushed me very, very far today. He had some crazy, I think the 3 words that players want to hear the least at the start of a question are in independent. I guess it's 4. I guess that's 4 words. In Independence Day resurgence.
It's a good
and
point.
he thought it through and he got it right. That was a crazy pull, so I got to give massive props to him. Because I never would have got there in a million years. So I'm glad he's my teammate for that reason. This is a really fun match. Yeah, I wish I would have done better in 90s sports comedies, because I said during like the challenge, or not during the challenge, when we were getting the sudden death questions, I had seen all those movies for studying for trivia, and most of them I watched for this, and I still didn't do very well in the category. So I guess I need to go back to taking notes when I study instead of just watching the movies. That was something I need to improve on moving forward. But yeah, overall, a very fun match. I'm glad I got it done.
Absolutely. We are filming this a little bit earlier in the pictures, so we don't know. We don't have a pair of players that you'll be playing, but we know the 3 possible players that you could be playing. You are either going to be playing Scott Harvey, Dean Mannis, or Kirk Kowalkowski. Of those 3 potential competitors, who do you want to face next in this picture?
See, that's really tough, because those are 3 people who I am a big fan of. Scott, obviously my manager. Kirk, that would be a fun rematch, because that was kind of my match against him was kind of the match where people really started to take notice of me. I feel like that was the one that kind of put me on the map. So that would be fun. And Dean is just someone who I always find myself, even though he's not in my faction, I always find myself rooting for, just because he's a really likable guy, and he's been on a really cool win streak recently, so that'd be fun too. So I don't know, any of them.
You'll take any of them. Love that attitude.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for showing up. It's going to be a exciting match when you show back up against in this picture. Final thoughts, just to put a nice bow on it. It's always fun when you see competitors get like similar spins at the wheel, and seeing Dylan and Jeremy both try to navigate their opponent's strength is always just a little tough. It always sucks when you see a player knowing the answer and they just mess it up by a word, but sudden death is always fun. And shout out to Dylan for pulling it out. Once again, maybe the moon from Jeremy being the pull of the match. And I was seeing backstage, in case anyone was wondering, I was a little worried. Jeremy is smoking, so we are in a good place once again. But on behalf of Dylan, on behalf of Jeremy, on behalf of everyone here at Multiplex Movie Melee, I'm Payson, the Cinemaster Johnson. Have a great night.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll wait?
If it taken.
Goodbye.